All right, let me just make sure this is on. Is that thing on? Okay, the lens is open. I see back here. All right. We're rolling. We're rolling. Oh, hi. Hi there. Billy Jolene here again. I'm in kind of a good mood, a bit shaken up. So let me tell you. Just got back from the courthouse. Disaster. I met another man. Okay, here it is. I met this man. He was from Africa, one of them guys I found out of the catalog. Real handsome fella, really handsome fella, but had a few what do you call them, quirks or something. Anyhow, oh what a nightmare. Anyhow, I'm gonna have myself a little drink here, a little Thunderbird. Well, I had to go to court today because this man that I met, I let him come stay with me for a few days, and he brought this goat. That's what it boiled down to, is the damn goat. But the thing is that he wouldn't take a bath in anything but goat's milk. You know, at least that's what he said. I'm not really quite sure what he was doing with that goat. In the middle of the night, I used to hear it running around, and he was saying something I couldn't understand, a word he was saying, but anyhow. And what happened was he let that damn goat out every night. He would go outside, and he'd start, you know, chanting and jiggling his balls about. He had these balls, you know, that he used to carry around, and they kind of look like them stress balls that you like roll them around in your hands and whatnot. You know, it's supposed to relieve stress, but usually they make a jangling sound. Well, his balls didn't do that. They didn't jangle at all. They were just real soft, you know. But I suppose over there on that side of the world, that's their version of stress balls. So anyway, and of course they were on a string, and I'm not really sure why they were on a string. I suppose probably just in case he loses them. So he used to have these balls, and there was like about, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them attached to a string. He'd wrap it around his wrist and whatnot. Him and that goat would go outside and do God on the nose what. And so, and I guess it was religious. I'm thinking it was religious. And so he'd be out there chanting and carrying on in the dark and whatnot. And, you know, I don't like getting bitten by mosquitoes and whatnot. So I'm not going out there. Well, apparently my neighbors made some complaints about the noise. And so I told him, I said, you know, I have to keep that noise down. And so that didn't seem to be much of a problem. I told him, you know, if you got to go out there and chant to whatever gods you're out there carrying on with, that's fine with me. Because far be it for me to stand in the way of anybody's religion. You know, God bless America. Because I'll tell you something, kids. One thing I do know is that is what all our soldiers fought for, our freedom. And heaven knows I love my freedom to do what I want. But I refuse to tell anybody else that they don't have the right to do what they need to do to satisfy their gods. Although I sincerely doubt they'll get too upset with whatever they get up to anyway. Anyhow, well, it turns out that goat ate my neighbor's lawn furniture. I mean, just ate it. And on top of that, he left a lot of, you know, piles of feces all over the yard. And, well, they're in the yards all over the neighborhood, really. And one night, some coyote tried to get it. So that was a bit of a fuss. But anyhow, so I had to go to court because my neighbors sued me for ruining their grass. Which, I mean, I don't see how they could say that. I don't know why they would say that. That's just ridiculous. I mean, goat shit's pretty fertilizing, I think. You know, at least, you know, just pick the pile up and throw it in your flowers, for God's sake. I mean, honestly, it's just common sense. But then again, the goat ate the flowers, so there wasn't nothing growing there either. So that was my week. Once again, I lost another man. But You know, I'm just gonna keep trying. You know, because that's all you can do. You know, I mean, honestly, that's all you can do is just keep trying.